satisfied. So let's go to the second stage, third stage, or fourth stage. You keep on postponing. What it means is that you are going to inflict more hardship onto Ghanaians because there is no way out. According to the president, the only way out is the IMF.
Yeah.
In the world. Apart from him, nobody can be a finance minister. Yesterday they say they have the men. You say A, he says C. He doesn't even say B. Either people don't have confidence or there is Kenny Miho.
Chairman, you have a minute more.
So, Caesar, all I am saying is that the government has really done a lot of disservice to us. I said it on another network that yes, I am an NDC man, but I do not really care about any government that is in power that will make the economy work so that I can also run my business.
Yeah.
You understand? I will not glorify, I will not sit here and be happy that they are failing. So once they are failing and you are inflicting a lot of pain on Ghanaians, or rejoice over something that will bring our economy on track so that at least all of us will be cushioned. As for the politics, when it comes, we will do that.
Okay.
Yeah. But whereby it is like everything, government has been in denial over the past 2 years. That is why we are here. Today, they are no more talking about the COVID Ukraine again. That is as a result of our difficulties and all that. Have they been talking about it again?
Oh, they have. But he just said it.
He said what?
The president is frustrated because of external.
Manage the economy. Today is COVID. So who are you deceiving? Who are you deceiving? Be upfront with the
Fred may have the answers for you. Fred, who are you deceiving?
Caesar, we're not deceiving. We are not deceiving. You asked him, why are we where we are?
Yeah.
And he said his singular answer will be what?
The center cannot
be. In governance, there is what we call feedback. Once you put up a policy, you listen to what the responses are.
Okay.
That is the feedback. And then you adjust. So any government that is sensitive to feedback will do exactly what is happening. You don't put up a policy out there and then go ahead and implement it. It affects people. So you listen to what their issues are and you adjust. It is part of governance everywhere. It is standard practice. So I'm surprised that what we are going through, people want to take advantage of and say all of that stuff that the center cannot hold. It's not true. When this thing came up, they put it out there and they said they are looking into negotiations. In negotiations, no one goes there with iron fist. So they've listened to the feedback and they've made adjustments. For instance, on the issue of the retirees,
yeah,
it says all retirees, including those retiring in 2023, will be offered instruments with a maximum maturity of 5 years instead of 15 years. That was earlier proposed. And a coupon rate of 15%. So this is some kind of adjustment the government has done.
But if I am saying some of them are still not happy.
Of course, that is why option 1 is there. The option 1 states that an affirmation that all individual bondholders are free not to participate. It is not binding any longer. So if you don't agree, you can decide to opt out.
But if you go to option 2, there's also a problem there.
The option 2 is addressing the consequences of those who opt out.
So that's the problem.
No, it is not a problem.
It's the problem.
No, let's read option 2.
Yeah.
It says, however, upon a successful DDEP, there will be very few of the old bonds in circulation and likely to limit its tradability.
So that's an issue.
Now listen to option 3. In this regard, the government is pleased to make available the following alternative offer to encourage all individual holders to participate in the exchange. All individual bondholders who are below 59, who are below the age of 59, will be offered instruments with a maximum maturity of 5 years instead of 15 years and a 10% coupon rate. So it is making it more appealing for those who don't even want to participate.
In a way, government is forcing people into a certain hole.
Government is not for. Government has its policy. This is the way we are going. If you don't want to participate, yes. But if you decide not to participate, what you will hold will lose its appeal. So the tradability will be difficult for you. That is all the government is saying. It is as simple as that. And it is not because the government doesn't know what he wants to do. I'm saying it is due to the feedback system in governance. So, Chairman Afayam, don't be too worried. The government really knows what it's doing, and it should be commended for that, because it is not forcing it on the people.
Okay.
And now, with regards to its impact on the IMF, the government cannot present an unacceptable condition to the IMF,
because the minority said it's going to be difficult.
Listen,
It's going to be now. It seems the NDC has become more or less like a soothsayer group.
no,
I beg your pardon, Chairman Afayam, but they are predicting and it's coming through.
you know how they frustrated the e-levy, in Parliament, and all these things have culminated into the situation we find ourselves in right now.
Oh, so now is the e-levy, the frustrations there that has forced us into the situation we find ourselves?
Partly,
But they started talking about IMF even
partly.
before e-levy.
no, partly.
The opposition started talking about IMF before e-levy.
Because NDC is an IMF party. So NDC is an IMF party. So for them, every problem that we encounter in our economy, their first approach is IMF. So I'm not surprised they did that. But IMF is our last option. That is the difference between MPP and NDC.
Okay.
So looking at the fact that whatever we are doing it as a conditionality, precedent to having an IMF agreement signed, we have to present something that is acceptable.
Okay.
We cannot go to IMF with conditions that have agitations beneath it. So the government has given enough room for all these things to be resolved, so that when we go, we will not have problems over there. That is excellent form of negotiations. I mean, you cannot force people to swallow what they don't want to swallow.
Are these situations or these delays not because of the position of the finance minister, and for that matter the MPP? The engagement levels have been low. It took some form of agitation before some form of engagement even began, and also that seeming position not wanting to remove the finance minister. Some thought if fresh brains have been brought into the system, we wouldn't be where we are today. It is because of a certain finance minister, his posture and his portrait is making it difficult for some of these hurdles to be surmounted.
When a sea captain encounters stormy weather along his journey, that is not the time to abandon the captain and bring in someone who was probably sleeping in the cabin somewhere. So in the wisdom of the president, we find ourselves in a stormy weather, and he feels the finance minister should be given the time to steer us out, especially with the negotiations going on. If you see how he performed at the censure in Parliament, you realize that the man really knows his stuff. He was able to steer himself out of it, and it encouraged some of us to understand why the president has reposed so much trust in him. So for the issue of they are dragging it because they want to maintain Oforiatta, that is not the case. I know on authority that Oforiatta himself wants out. He is not, clenching to the position at all costs. But because of the situation we find ourselves in, like the president, he believes that they have to stand up and ensure that we find ourselves out before such. In fact, Oforiatta going out is a secondary issue. The most important thing is to find solutions to the crisis that have been visited on us. I want to repeat it for Chairman Afayam to hear.
Okay.
Visited on us due to COVID and Ukraine. Yes. So Oforiatta's exit is secondary or tertiary. It cannot be the reason why things are delaying.
So from where you sit as a party communicator and indirectly speaking for government, so far you are satisfied with where we are with the domestic debt program?
At a point, it felt like it was going to be abandoned entirely.
Okay.
And looking at how they've been able to negotiate themselves out of it,
Yeah.
I think they've done well. They've done it. It's difficult dealing with people who are frustrated and are not too happy with situations, and then with fear.
Okay.
Fear informing their decisions. It is very difficult for anybody to deal with them in such a way that they will come to an acceptability level.
Okay.
But looking at what is happening right now, it looks like the acceptability level is high. Only a few people are opting out. As a matter of fact, those who want to opt out are even thinking twice because they feel the new deal is better for them. So I think they've done well so far. With the DD, they've done so well. They've done so. As a matter of fact, it got to a point that I, sitting back, I didn't wish to be in the shoes of the finance minister at all.
Okay.
Yes, but looking at the fact that where they've tiered the whole thing to, we coming to some agreement and some conclusion. I'll give them 90%.
Okay, so let me tell you this: Lancaster, Kumasi City, they are giving you an opportunity to have some good time with your partner. It is 14th February, Valentine's Day, and Lancaster, Kumasi is giving you vows experience with your lover. Spend this Valentine's Day under the stars and enjoy a 3-course candlelight dinner with wine, pairing, chocolate, roses, live band music, and a free photo shoot session. Candlelight dinner, single, 350 Ghana cedis. Couple, 650 Ghana cedis. Kids, 300 Ghana cedis. Valentine's romantic escape at Lancaster, Kumasi City. Overnight stay, buffet breakfast for 2, romantic room setup, sparkling wine and chocolate. You can spend a little over 2,000 Ghana cedis and have a good time there. You can call Lancaster on 03220 83777 03220 83777. You can also email them at info@lancasterkumasicity.com. This Valentine, there's so much love in the air, and the human body has natural defenses that fight diseases, and that is why anytime you should always check on your health. When these defenses are compromised, it allows for all kinds of infections to attack the body. At this particular point, I'm telling you, Koa Mixture is that herbal medicine that supports the human body for your general well-being. It comes in a colorless liquid form. You need to take Koa Mixture for your general well-being. Get a bottle of Koa Mixture today and restore your health. Koa Mixture is available in pharmacy shops, over-the-counter medicine sellers, and health shop. Koa Mixture is produced by the Koa Research and Manufacturing Company Limited. It is not recommended for pregnant women, nursing mothers, and children under 12 years age. This advert is FDA approved. For bulk purchase, contact the following numbers. In Cape Coast, 0244 726611. In Accra, 0249 756133. And in Kumasi, 0249 771461. Koa Mixture for your general well-being. Well, the chairman for the NDC, Johnson Asiedin Ketia, he's been in the news for all kinds of reasons. In very recent times, the party has made some changes, but it has been attributed to him. He's also been talking and giving explanations. Earlier, he talked about regional balance. He talked about changing the guard. He talked about the economy going to be the front runner for the 2024 election. So there needs to be changes. Things. Let's listen to him.
It's not divided at all. And the reports about were in the list. So as a leader, I take full responsibility for the decision. I don't want anybody to blame anybody at all for that decision. I believe that I've done all the necessary consultation before taking that decision. The only group we did not consult was the caucus, the parliamentary group. And it is for good reason. If the exercise was going to be done after an election, then there is nobody in charge. You are now going to look for an identified talent for the new leadership. But if you are going to take a decision, come and help me to remove you. Nobody does that. we have about 4 swing regions in the country. If you lose those swing regions, you cannot win elections in Ghana. Western region is one of them. Greater Accra is one of them. Central region is one of them. You have Ahmed Ibrahim and Bronze, and is more balanced.
His explanation didn't end there. He now talks about how the Haruna Idrisu-led leadership, they were not cooperating with the speaker. The leader, majority leader of HMS Abunzu's league group, they were rather cooperating with the speaker. Let's take a listen.
Complying. My priorities in Parliament is to see our parliamentary caucus working together and also cooperating with the Speaker of Parliament. Why did we struggle to get an NDC person elected as a Speaker of Parliament? There are certainly some advantages, and those advantages can be tapped into when your leadership is cooperating with the Speaker. So we cannot have a situation where MPP leadership is cooperating with the Speaker and our NDC leadership have challenges cooperating with the Speaker. And if you are given a party whose leadership in Parliament is not working together, what will you do? You make the changes or you resign. And I'm not about to resign. Thank you very much.
So that's General Mosquito there. Fred. They said he was experienced. They said he was going to be that true leader the NDC needed. But some decisions he's taking and public utterances he's making, it's making a lot of people now question that experience. People were touting Sidin Ketia to have. He gave different reasons when the decision came, the reshuffle in Parliament with the NDC group. Now, when he went abroad, he's speaking differently. The party elders say, shush, nobody should speak, but hey, the chairman is speaking. What do you make of all these developments?
The phrase flip-flop has been personified by Asiedun Ketia. And when they were going for elections, I sat here and said that we, the people, the supporters of MPP, our wish is that they bring Asiedun Ketia because of some of these things. The flip-flop is clear for everybody to see. He's swinging from this decision, a reason for the decision, to another reason for the decision, to another reason for the decision, and other stuff. So flip-flop, that one is clear. One thing that is informing him to flip-flop is the fact that he's suffering from some kind of premature ejaculation. Seriously, I say, and so he's spilling a lot of chaff. And that is not a good mark of a leader. So NDC, they need to talk him down, because
can they?
That is where I emphasized the last time I was here that
he's the general.
Asiedun Ketia is on some kind of agenda. He has relegated the cadres to the background. He referred to Rawlings as a barking dog, and then made NDC so unattractive to
that's
Rawlings.
A position some people did not agree. The last time you made this statement, they said no.
They may not agree, but that is clear. Before Rawlings died, NDC wasn't attractive to him and his wife. His wife even formed a party. So the Rawlings family didn't find NDC that attractive before the man's demise. And it is due to Asiedun Ketia. So he managed to get Rawlings out, and the cadres in NDC today, where are they? They can't talk. They don't even have a voice. From there, the Atamil supporters, Kweku Anyidoho and the rest, this man, I always forget his name. who always goes to Kokroko?
Alote Jacobs.
Alote Jacobs.
Yeah.
And all these people. Esiedun Ketia has managed to kick them out. And now the Haruna Idrisus and other staff who are somehow opposed to his leadership, he's kicked them out. How can you look at Muntaka and kick him out of leadership in NDC? A person who ran faster than Hussein Bolt to secure parliamentary
but
leadership.
It's not his birthright. It's a position that you occupy.
It makes self-sacrifice look unattractive. When someone has done all this, and then instead of rewarding him, you rather take the leadership away from him. And I'm saying, if there is any person we can say is a singular person with the strongest force in the northern region, it is Haruna Idrisu. I'm telling you. So if he's talking about swing states, that
swing regions,
yeah, and he wants to secure their votes, what he should be careful of is that, and we will be happy that he will turn some of the regions into swing regions for us, because once you tackle Haruna Idrisu, you may end up turning northern region into a swing region. I'm telling you, Esiedun Ketia's force cannot match that of Haruna Idrisu in the north. No two ways about that. So you should be very careful. And even Western region, when you look at the pattern, the southern side of Western region has always gone for MPP, and the northern side has always gone for NDC. So what is Amabua going to do to tell the people of Takoradi and Sekendi to vote NDC? It's not going to work. Okay. I've lived in Takoradi before, and I know what I'm talking about. I've worked in the northern side of Western region as an MPP activist, and I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
It is very difficult. The Sefi Enclave and other stuff, it is very difficult for MPP to win. We only try to show up the votes. But when you come down South Takwa and all those places, it has always gone for MPP. What is Kofi Amabo going to do to turn this around?
Okay.
And then you do all these things at the peril of a solid region like Northern Region, at the peril of a solid constituency like Aswasi. Does he know the number of votes NDC gathers from Aswasi?
You know, he's been the secretary for the party for 17 years, so he appreciates the dynamics.
He's not making sense. NDC people should tell him he's not making sense, and they are scared.
The general himself.
The NDC people regard him as a general, and they are scared of him.
Okay,
but it's not making sense. The premature ejaculation is dictating the kind of things he's doing. How can you? And even the word reshuffle that he used, it brings too much power to him. Who is he to be doing reshuffling people in parliament?
Well, he says it takes the ultimate responsibility as a leader.
No,
for the party. And the only group they didn't engage was the caucus.
Why?
So the other wings of the party seem to be in support of what he's doing.
It's not true. It is not true. Majority of NDC people are frustrated by what he's doing. And one thing about this,
and I hope this time your frustration holds.
Who?
With Esiedun Ketia.
Oh yes. This is correct frustration. You see, one thing about Esiedun Ketia is that he's also very vindictive.
Oh really?
Of course. Look at what he's done to these people I keep mentioning. Koko Nyedohu.
Okay.
You see, just oppose him. Wherever you find yourself, oppose Esiedun Ketia, and he will send his attacking dogs on you. So all of them are very careful. I'm sure my chairman here, my Inshaeso constituency NDC chairman, he wouldn't want to speak, because if he does speak against Esiedun Ketia, they will send attacking dogs on him.
Oh really?
Oh yes.
Okay. Chairman is here. Let me pick a start on this development. Chairman.
Chairman, be bold.
Chairman. Your chairman is speaking, and some have described his positions are a bit weird, because the more he speaks, the more he confuses people about the reshuffle that was done, because the reasons he keeps on giving keeps changing.
Flip-flop.
Okay, so he's calling it flip-flop. Is that who Esiedun Ketia really is?
Caesar, fish can decide to hit hard, because I will say that this is his field day. That is his comfort zone. So you see, he's speaking tough, hard, and all that. I'll grant him that because that is his opinion. But all I'm trying to say is, yes, this issue cropped up, and if you realize, the National Council of Elders have issued a statement and said that they have received a petition, and they are promising the rank and file of the party to cease fire. That once they have gotten hold of the petition, they are going to ensure that sanity will prevail. So they are going to engage the parties involved to ensure that everything will be okay. As a result of that, if I defy this order and speak, you understand, that would have meant I have disrespected the Council of Elders statement they issued. No. Please, you let me land. So I am saying, no, you see, your Council of Elders haven't issued any statement.
Yeah.
The MPP.
Yeah.
And I believe that when your Council of Elders and the National Executive Committee took a decision and oust Paul Afoko and Kwabre Japo and Samekra.
Yeah.
All of you said that it was a party decision and you were following it. Because it supersedes. So if my National Council of Elders, listen, if the National Council of Elders have issued a statement and say that no officer, even not even a national officer,
but the chairman is speaking.
Yes, the weight of the chairman.
No, but he can. His powers does not supersede that of the FEC and NEC and all that.
The weight of the chairman.
Who else is power in NDC? Before said you get here.
I suggested they can't control him.
They can't.
That's why. Let me ask the shadow chairman because I'll be surprised.
I am speaking.
But he's speaking.
I am speaking.
The chairman does that mean nobody can control as he didn't get here in the party?
You see, that is why the National Council of Elders have issued a statement.
Yeah.
So where I sit, I cannot speak. No. I cannot.
Well, he can't speak for the elders, but he can speak for himself.
So allow me to speak.
I said the elders are saying
yes.
You shouldn't speak.
You see,
then saying Getia has become
I'm telling you
for the
Caesar, you see,
that is what it is.
Caesar, you know what is do you know what is?
You take
it easy. Otherwise, you don't make meaning. You don't make meaning of my submission.
You're not letting him land. You're not letting him land. So you're not getting what he's trying to say. So let's say him land.
All he said is
you listen. You are interested. Listen. No.
Just beating.
No, I'm not beating. No, I'm not beating about the bush. That's why I'm saying that if you don't allow me to land, you will not get the import of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I am saying that the National Council of Elders supersedes me as a constituency chairman here.
Okay.
Who am I to speak when they have issued a statement? Don't you know if I speak against their orders, I can be called to this level?
But you're not speaking, but others are speaking.
Yes, these are individual differences. No, these are individual differences. So for that matter, and for the respect, I join a political party, and there are rules and regulations that I must follow. You understand?
But they're saying Getia vindictive. Well, that's what Fred is saying. He's vindictive.
I don't know what Esedu Getia has done for.
He has given an example. He said he has allotted Jacobs.
Yes.
He has kicked
him
out.
It is not Esedu.
He has kicked Koko Anido out.
No.
And the Haruna Idrisu situation is personal.
No, Fred is misinforming. Allotted Jacobs.
Okay.
Koko Anido, whoever. These two personalities. Were subjected through disciplinary committee. And the party hold your breath. So President Akufo-Addo is vindictive by ousting Paul Afoko.
He didn't do it.
So you see, that is a party's decision. It's a party's decision.
It's a party's decision.
Yeah. So once the party has decided, you cannot restrict it to one person.
Okay.
That's the point I am making.
Okay.
So I have spoken on these issues. I don't know those of. I have been very objective on this matter.
Okay.
But once the National Council of Elders have issued a statement, I can't go contrary to that.
Okay.
So there are issues to be discussed.
But I understand yesterday there was supposed to be a meeting with the parliamentary caucus, but they whittled that down and are rather meeting individuals.
That is the strategy of those involved.
Okay.
You know where I am sitting, I cannot speak for the National Council of Elders.
Okay.
No, I can only. No, but I don't know. I'm not.
Are you happy these things are happening to your beloved party?
What is happening? What is happening? It is a human institution.
You know what is happening.
I told you it is a human institution.
You know what is happening.
It is a human institution, and every human institution there are disagreements. There's no frustration. No. There's no frustrations. You see, if you are talking about frustrations, then let me bring in something. Adjasafo was the I think the deputy majority leader.
Majority leader.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
They changed Adjasafo.
They gave a ministerial position.
They changed her.
Yeah.
And even it went into air that she said she wanted that position. That is why she has gone to. That was alleged, isn't it? It is a human institution. And the NDC party, as we know, we abide by the principles of democracy. Okay. I am saying that if the decision were to be individuals who have taken the decisions, that were, but this is a party's decision. It was so now you have to properly. What was it about that? Someone who changed her.
At times, I'll give chairman 30 seconds. Then
you see, this is the time that Fish and his MPP government have ballooned our public debt to 575 billion.
Okay.
And we are here requesting for them to account to us where our money has gone. Our money has gone down the drain.
Today I'm going to have a press conference.
Yeah, the moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
Yes.
To address some of these issues.
We are in this country. We are all in this country. When a party parliamentary candidate stroke. This is stroke.
Seriously.
A party vice chairman in Northern Region, deputy Maslock CEO.
Yeah.
Says that she was giving COVID money of 1 billion cedis to do campaign, and nobody is asking questions. These are bread and butter issues.
Okay.
So Fish, don't be so excited over saying Ketia and all that. You are punching, throwing both to left and right hand.
He had lost his voice.
I have not lost. I am speaking.
All of a sudden you regained it.
No, I'm speaking.
All I'll say is that in addressing his bread and butter issue, I've said it. Ghanaians, we need to accept the fact that we are in crisis. The president himself has accepted it. He has expressed